Looking back as a junior now, like to say that I've met a whole bunch of people and like we met at the Commons, like it's kind of weird to think about, but it's also like really cool to be like, that's where we met, and that's because there was this dedicated space for us. There was this dedicated place where we can just come and eat and focus on community and friends and things like that.
My story with the Dining Commons started when I was a freshman. The opportunity to meet new friends, to have meals and good conversations was significant. Today, as I enjoy eating in the Dining Commons as a staff member, enjoying a meal with colleagues, I watch students interacting with one another and having good conversations and forming new relationships. They may not know it at this point, but in a few years they'll look back on that as a significant aspect of their Dordt opportunity and their experience.
You think of breaking bread together with people, it makes it easy to have conversation. It's different than standing and talking to someone because you have this activity that you're doing at the same time, and it makes it easy for people to get to know people, to meet new people, and it's something everyone has time for. You have to make time to eat. I think about the social piece that it played in the beginning of the school year when you didn't know a lot of people, to where it was towards, middle to end of the year when you kind of have this group that you always know is going to be there at this time, and you always eat together, and maybe there's an ongoing conversation that goes through multiple meals. You're talking about whatever it is, but it's important.
When I first came onto campus my freshman year, we had like a really huge friend group of like 14 people. And so then we would pile around and like shove 2 tables together and see how many people we could fit there. And so that was always really fun because it was like a low stakes way of meeting people and getting to know people. This year, since we're quite a bit busier, it gets a lot harder for us to be able to meet up with each other. And so we scheduled where every Wednesday night at 6:15, we make sure that we have at least half an hour to catch up with each other and just chat and eat over supper.
If we want to be interesting people when we leave this place, we can have a lot of interesting knowledge that we've gained through course study, but so much of what makes people interesting is sharing their stories with one another and learning from one another in informal settings. And so the dining hall is a perfect place for all those things.
Simply the opportunity to find out about other people's backgrounds, their stories, where they came from, their families, what brought them to Dordt University. Real conversations, real discussions take place in the Dining Commons, often over a meal or a piece of dessert or a cup of coffee. This is where community happens.